I don't know. I'm so tired. I guess this week I was dealing with, I guess, on my social media, I would say, because I'm a social media influencer for the 50 plus age group of women, basically, all the things that we go through. But I guess in the last couple of weeks, I've had a lot of comments about when I film myself, when I do things, am I really traveling solo? Like I do solo travel a lot, but I also travel with my husband. Sometimes I travel with my family, friends, whatever. And well, a lot of the videos that I put online is me traveling solo. But people have questioned me, I get a lot of guys coming to me and blah, 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 right? So then when I was in Goa this week, I purposely made a video of me traveling solo with my tripod, with my gimbal, and just me and my shadow. So I just wanted to answer those questions for all those people thinking that I've got a photographer with me or some playboy with me or whatever, these crazy ideas that come. It's amazing what people come up with. And so I had to sort of settle that. So I put out a video just recently just saying, no, it's just me and my tripod, traveling solo and being brave and just going out in the world and living my life. That's all it is. There should be no qualms about that, right?
In fact, those of you, I think Dr. Tajinder or others may have visited her page. Just see each and every, post of hers has got some message. I'm just looking at one of her posts. It says there comes a point when you stop explaining your life. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you have said enough. Yes. And finally you choose peace over being understood.
Correct.
So such beautiful message you will find on each and every post. Maybe you can elaborate more on this. I think everybody can relate to that, whatever she is trying to say in this post.
Yeah, I mean, basically, like from our childhood to growing up to whatever, we've always listened to somebody, and, you get to this stage where you suddenly realize, what about me? What about my thoughts? Who am I? And I've just started to live that life for my truth. It's my truth, what I want, and if somebody doesn't like it, well, that's their problem. It's not my problem. So I just want to go out there and, peace and be happy, listen to music like this and just bring you back to yourself. I have this time to myself when I travel solo. It's my time on my terms, so it's just liberating. It's just so liberating. And you can just stop the noise. So if you've all experienced something like that, I've just taken it to the next level where I actually live it. Other people think it, want to do it, but they cannot do it. But I've taken that step and I do it. And that is my story and that is my inspiration. And I want to help other people do the same thing. So I get a lot of people asking me how I do it, but it is, yeah. So, yeah.
There's a song on this, if I may sing one line. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, छोड़ो बेकार की बातों में कहीं बीत न जाए रहना, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे. So it's a old movie song of the 70s superstar Rajesh Khanna, and of course sung by Kishore Kumar. So this exactly relates to whatever you are trying to say. Everybody has got something to say about you, but it's your life. You have to live the way you want to live. You don't have to, others have they will say whatever you are doing, they have to say something. Whether you're doing right or whether you are wrong, whatever you are doing, they have to say something on that.
Yeah.
So you have, if you have to live peacefully, you just have to ignore them. You just have to delete those, people from your life if they are not comfortable with you. Just move on.
Yes,
Amazing,
absolutely.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah, it
maybe if
is.
anybody else.
And that also goes for our children too. I mean, I have grown up children, and I've almost had to let go of them also because they need to live their life, not because I'm mum and I need to tell them what to do. I used to, but I realized I was doing the same what my parents did, and they resisted. So now that I've let go of so much. Everybody's now, like I'm talking about my family, my children, they live their life and they live in it beautifully without, I don't need to interfere, and it's just so beautiful to see that growth of people, just being liberated. Yeah. So it's a journey, but it's a beautiful journey too.
Maybe Charanya would like to say something.
So, Angela, like Rajesh ji said, it's audible? I'm audible. So, yeah, I think it's like most often we have this, right? All of us, when we keep hearing, there are so many things. Every now and then, somebody keeps reminding us. There are so most often, I should say, that you keep hearing something, and I think if we go to live by that, then we could never really truly find peace or happiness at any point of time. So it's important to hear such things, or read such things, or keep listening to such inspirational talks or something positive, that you need to get out of that mindset. You cannot we will all have such moments. However positive we are, how much ever we think in this right way, we will have some moment where we doubt our choices, where people question us, or they judge us by without understanding the whole the point of it. But I think it's important that we attend such we have our people, or any points where we get to know that it is our own happiness which matters in the end. And like you said, I think although you have relationships, you have people, at some point letting go also, it's an important takeaway for me also, because sometimes I am clingy. You can call it whatever you want, but maybe you need to give each person their space, and that will help a lot for everybody
Yeah.
to improve. It's a
Especially
lovely
in
thought. I
Indian,
take it.
especially
Sorry.
us being culturally, I guess, from this culture, um, we've been raised and brought up that way, with that thinking, and I'm trying to break that thinking because, we all get caught up in that same thing, and we keep repeating the same thing. But when, what I've realized by letting go of the children as such, it just helps everybody grow in their way because everybody is an individual.
Quickly, I want to add something. Just few minutes. Like when you say children, right? Maybe when that adolescence, teenage to early adult life, and I think as a mom, or as a it is important when the kids grow up, or when they enter marriage. I think that is also an important fact where you need to let go and let the kids. I think that's a very basic problem that it's not a problem, but it's the way we were brought up, or our parents were brought up. You don't know where to let go, and then that's a very major problem of today. So where to give that space, where to let in, that is also important. So when you say parents and kids, I think it at a very early age, if you set those boundaries, then it plays a important role.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks
Okay,
for your
Ranjit, you want
thoughts.
to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to add to what Nam said, that I think the bare basic thing that we should start, at least I'm practicing now, is to stop competing with the world and to compete with yourself. Right. So every day you try to be a better version of yourself and not someone you are looking towards. I think that kind of kills the entire rat race that you're at. Right. Every day, if you're
Mm.
just competing with yourself, and then that just makes you a little bit more grounded and a little bit more less stressed, and also to live a life where you don't want to please people, but you're not living a life to please people. You're living a life to please your soul or your
That's
conscience. And that's the most important piece. And I feel the more you practice that, you're actually getting closer towards, pseudo enlightenment. So this was like 2-3 years ago. Like I sang a song and I told myself, is it as good as Arijit Singh? So my sir said, you can't sing. I mean, that's not your motive. You don't have to be as good as Arijit Singh. Are you better than what you have? Is the song that you've sung now better than how you would have sung this 1 year ago? So I said yes. Then you improved. You don't have to progress towards Arijit Singh. You need to progress towards, can you sing this song better every day? So after 10 days, if you're singing it better than what you sang 10 days ago, you progress. You don't have to be like Arijit Singh or be as good as the original singer. So then that's when I started realizing that competing with yourself is the best competition. It's the most non-toxic competition. Everything else is toxic. And we should teach our kids also the same thing. So I tell my son that you're not competing with, your friends at school. You're competing with yourself. Can you be a better person tomorrow? No other pressure, right? And do whatever you like, but be better than what you were. If you're dancing, then be a better dancer than what you were. Don't be a better dancer than Michael Jackson. That's not the idea. Then the pressure comes in. Like, I need to dance like Michael Jackson. Everyone is built different. So you become a better dancer every day than what you were a day ago. So I think that's something which definitely brings in the peace, internal peace, because all what you're doing, Angela ma'am, will happen only when you kind of try to build that inner peace. Or else, like, wherever you go, it's just escaping from the reality. But if you really want to enjoy what you're doing, I'm sure you would have some great level of peace within you. And to get to that point, there's so many other things that you need to unlearn.
Yeah.
That we've learned in our society, and some good, some bad.
Yeah.
And I think liberty of thought is one of the biggest things, where you think on your own, and you are encouraged to think on your own, and you're not kind of made. Thoughts are not fed into your mind. Thoughts are made to bloom within you. So I think that's the bigger part, and that's where we are all kind of trying to get to. It's wanted to have that.
Yeah.
One thing I want to add, Ranjit, like you're talking about improving yourself, but when I am following my passion, it's been 6 years now. I've been singing on this platform. It's been 6 years. Though it's my endeavor to, I practice, but nowadays I feel so peaceful. I don't feel that I'm performing here to impress somebody.
Correct.
That thing has gone out of my mind. No, everybody, everybody will praise, everybody will clap. That thing is there. It's a different thing. But when I come here, when I perform, I'm not in any kind of a race. I'm not here to impress somebody. It's giving me peace. That is why I'm performing here. For last 6 years, I've been, it's, as I said, this is my happy space. So I'm not in any kind of race. Not in any kind of race. So I don't, when I come here, I am very, very much at peace. I am singing, I just enjoy, and thereafter, whatever I do, that also I enjoy. When I do editing, I relive each and every moment. Because when I do editing, when I make reels, I see each and every performance, each and every expression again and again. So I really enjoy that. Without and this has been on this platform. I can tell for others also, nobody is here, nobody is jealous of anybody else, and nobody is in a race like he has sung better than me or she has sung better than me. So nothing like that. So that kind of a feeling is not there on this platform as well.
Sure. I totally agree. And in fact, sir, I sometimes night 10:30 a.m., 10:30 p.m. I open YouTube and I see all my past performances. I see the reactions. I just enjoy it, and because all of them is on YouTube. I can see my first performance. I can see so the performance I want to go and revisit. I go. The performance that I like, that I watched, I go and watch it.
I
So
also
yeah,
do the same thing.
yeah, this space is definitely, and you've carefully curated it to such a level that the people who come here are coming here with the same quest, right? The end objective is to just just to find a different purpose that has a higher degree of spiritual. I want to say spiritual, but a little bit more spiritual, I would say, like, which is not like a competition or anything. And that's very difficult, by the way. But so you've done a great job in curating the right people. That's the
Yeah.
biggest part.
No, why?
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that also. Like people, I have noticed the people who come here to perform, their happiness depends upon their performance. If they do well, they'll be happy. If they don't do well, their performance is not good, so they don't feel happy, and they don't stick here for long. That's what I have noticed. But those who come here to enjoy, just to have good time, their performances also keeps on improving every time. It feels like home.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right. And that's how I felt. I mean, this is only my second week here, but that's the feeling I get from this. And it was something, Tajinda, I think your poetry this when you started today, the aspect of love, it's not superficial love. It is what it is within. So just like your music, just like your guys singing, you are not competing with anyone. This is your truth. This is what comes from within. And when you can enjoy that, everything else does not matter. You know what I mean?
true,
There's no
true.
hierarchy. There's no jealousy. There's none of that. And that's the level we should be at. And that's what I feel from you guys anyway, too. So it's great.
I think Ranjit must have studied that appreciative inquiry or appreciative intelligence in this concept is taught in MBA also. So this I tried, right from day one that we are not going to give any constructive feedback, no negative feedback on anybody's performance. It's only appreciation. So when we give only appreciation, people, we just overlook their flaws also. If somebody is not performed well, it's okay. So we just overlook their flaws. And if somebody even says, "Ki, sir, give me feedback," we don't give any feedbacks. If you are very particular, you can, off the camera, you can speak to somebody else who is more, profound in this field. So you can talk to them. But on this platform, you perform whatever you want to perform. Nobody is going to judge you. So no, it's only appreciation. So once people start getting appreciation, they start performing well. It's there, even in your professional fields also you will find when you appreciate an employee, keep on appreciating employee, he will definitely, try to live up to your expectations. He will definitely do better.
I completely agree, sir. I think that motivation, I got that. I remember last time also I said the same thing when you said that my singing is improving. And it is not that I practice. I've been like that only. I like whenever I'm here, I always get this butterflies that today is Mehfil. Today everyone is going to present their talent, and I'll get that opportunity. And the fact that you people go beyond the flaws, that what gives us that confidence, and that level of confidence and that level of uplifting we need every single day, which unfortunately nor is not in our field. Our field is not rainbows and butterflies. I think that I'm blessed that God has chosen me to be in this field where I take care of people. But the hard reality is that when we are sick, let's say, I'll give my example, I'm not feeling well today, not at all. So I was a bit cranky. So my tone felt like I was upset. So a normal conversation with a patient or a normal conversation with a normal person, they feel that we are being rude. They expect that empathy from us 24/7. And that pressure, that workload, that expectations, sometimes it just drains that energy from us, and then there comes a point where we say कि नहीं जाना यार, नहीं करना ये काम. And I think ma'am will agree with me on that. I have cribbed a lot about this to her because she has surpassed that stage. Now she is a consultant, and I have seen how calm she has become, because she has, no matter whatever conversation we had together, Tajinder ma'am has always told me that there was a phase when she felt the same. Maybe I'm
I'm still working on that. But having said that, my whole point is that empathy and that uplifting and that positive affirmations, and one word of one word, any one word that can just give you a reason to continue and pursue with whatever you feel like, whatever you are good at, be it your profession, be it your personal creative stuff, your passion, whatever it is. So yes, I think that goes a long way.
Yes, actually, during our post-graduation days, that's the most hardest time of our training. We are called as personal gadas of our boss. Like we are just doing all the things, and still at the end of the day, we are getting all the taunting and everything. But all the 3 years. And I realized one thing in that time, that when you are like you are shouting at someone, even if that person is doing or not doing his or her best, but when you are shouting now, their efficiency
Yes.
it get down. And it happened with us also. The way we enter into way we used to enter the ward with a positive mind, and after all that shouting and all that things, we always used to sit and why we are doing this, yaar, why we are doing this, है ना? So I learned one thing. When I became consultant, when I came at a post where I was at a level that people are working under me, I made one promise to myself that I am not ever gonna shout at anyone. And you will see at my hospital, everyone says, like, you can talk to Dr. Tajinder about anything. Even if you have done any mistake, na, you can tell her. She will give a solution, but she won't shout at us. So I learned that thing for my PG days. That I don't have to like lessen their efficiency. Even if they do something wrong, I just have to tell them कि नहीं यार ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करना होता है and आगे से ध्यान रखना. So I have learned that thing. So it is important कि आपको दूसरों को support ही करना चाहिए, I guess. So I try to be that way. Even with my
Yes.
son, I do that. Even with my son, I never like shout at him. Never. हाँ अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा कुछ गलत कर रहा है तो पड़ जाती है थोड़ी बहुत. Otherwise, no. I'll always take him in my lap and I will ask him कि ये गलत किया. ऐसे नहीं करना था. So I try to do that in my life.
Okay, we'll hear from Anuradha ji now, maybe on this. And
Leave.
yeah, please, Charan.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Good night.
So, Anuradha ji,
या
आपका
सो या आप कह रहे थे.
जी आप बोलिए.
So I could really relate to what Angela said. So I'm nearing my 50s and I was a people pleaser always, all my life. I always would seek validation in whatever I did. And then, I think unless you go through a certain amount of, trauma and stuff like that and failures, you do not realize, and when you suffer enough, that is when you realize that you have to put yourself a priority. So it's always what will my friends think, what will my parents think, what will my teachers think, and then you become a mother, then you're dedicated your entire life to your kid. And now that she is 7, that is when I realize, okay, I need to have my own time. And as he said, I'm liking this place, and it's my first ever, open conversation amid strangers in a similar field. But I'm feeling so much at home, and whatever Angela said, I really, really could relate to it 100%. It times, and sometimes it's very sad that mostly with women, it's almost towards the end of late 40s or 50s when you realize, yeah, we forgot ourselves. That we were taking care of everyone but ourselves. So I could relate to it. And I really think that, I think that Tajinder ma'am, Ariana, they are very young. I think you all should start learning from our experiences. Don't keep yourself at the last. You should live your life, because by the time we realized, it was really very late. Health issues, mental issues, and all that crap happened. But
Anuradha, it's not late. No, don't put it yourself down. You can.
no, I don't now. But I don't
Oh.
now. I don't now. But
Yeah.
it took me a lot of kind of suffering and everything to
Yeah.
realize that I lost myself. And now
Yes.
the
Yeah.
last 2 years I'm trying to, how you are going solo traveling and all, I'm trying to find myself again,
Yeah.
what I used to
Abs-
be when I was me, not just someone's wife, someone's daughter,
Yeah.
someone's
Exactly.
So that
Yeah.
was,
That's
I really, really loved listening to you.
good. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. And if my message gets across like this, it's just that awareness that we have to look after number one.
We have to look after
Have
ourselves.
to. Yes, for sure.
So thank you so much, Angela. Huge round of applause for Angela.
Thank you. Thank you so much.